What's up, YouTube? Oh, look at that. You can see it in the background. That's a preview of the new fluorescent orange Turnworks machine and fabrication ride height stick there. Those are actually already going to a customer, Chris Keller. You might have heard of him up there in Adrian. Which kind of segues into what I'm talking about now. We're using his as a mock-up for some of our nose stuff. We had it already shortened up, so it worked out good. Anyhow, get into what we're talking about. So it's been a minute since we actually talked about doing a giveaway. We finally made it to that point. The last couple of weeks have been crazy and hectic and all that kind of stuff. But here we are. So the Hooker harness rack boot. We actually did some video of this a couple weeks ago, doing a full install on one. You're gonna see that here. Talked about all the reasons why we went this direction and things like that, how it all works out and how we anticipate that it's gonna work out. So now we're ready for the giveaway part. As I said, we got ours, CCR, the Racers Connection from Chris Keller up there in Adrian. I'm sure you could probably get these things at any race supply store, shop, probably online. So if you're looking for one, either give Chris a call or do some searching, call your local parts guy, see what you got. These things are pretty neat. That brings us to the giveaway, right? So we actually purchased two of these bad boys. We're gonna give one away. You could run it on either side of the rack. We're just choosing to run ours on the right side. That's really the only place that we have any problems with them. So we're gonna give one away. Brand new, still in the package, Hooker harness rack boot. You can see it there. Again, this video will show you how to install one, or at least how we installed one anyway. To win this one though, we're gonna need you to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube video. At that point, we'll give it, and also comment, save the rack. We're gonna give it a week or two. Actually, we're gonna do the drawing for this thing on March 12th. It's a Saturday. We'll do a live drawing. We'll throw it up on YouTube, put all the names in a hat. Again, like, share, subscribe to the channel, and then comment on this particular video, save the rack. That's how you're gonna get entered for the drawing, right? Everybody that does that, chooses to do that, we're gonna throw your names in a hat. We're gonna draw right out of the hat, live on YouTube. So March 12th will be the drawing. That gives you a little over a week to get in on that. We really hope you do. And I hope you guys enjoyed this product as much as we do. We thought it was a cool addition, and here we are with it. So hopefully you can win yourselves one, and hopefully you enjoyed it as much as we do. All right, so we finally got a minute to get to our rack boot. Got everything all kind of the point where it's ready to come apart, and I'll show you guys kind of the problem that we have with these things and then how some of this stuff comes apart. So follow me under here. As you can see, there is the current rack boot. So it clips into this end, or gets safety wired around this side here. There's a little groove, and then it stretches out and safety wire goes around this little groove here. But as you can see, both sides of this thing, it's kind of like a CV joint boot if you're familiar with that, but both sides of this thing are ripped. And then what allows that to happen, then you get mud packed up in there, and it just wears out seals and all that kind of stuff. So kind of a little bit of a pain in the ass to deal with these things, but you gotta take your tie rod off. Obviously, take your tie rod off, get that out of the way, and then you take the actual steering servo, the slave cylinder, bolt off, get that out of the way on both sides, because you need to move it to the left so you can spin this the actual eyelet off the end here. So it's just a set screw in the bottom there. You count your turns, spin this thing off of here, get that off, count your turns for when you take it off, and then obviously put it back where it was. And you slide this little boot off here, just like that. And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and clean that shaft all up and get all the old grease out of there, and get everything nice and clean, and then we'll show you putting the new hooker harness one back on. All right, so I got this thing all cleaned up. Pull this off here. So everything's all cleaned up now, ready to put the new hooker harness rack boot on. That's what it looks like. It's basically made out of a real similar material to their harnesses, the racing harnesses. So slide this thing on. You got a big end, you got a small end. Obviously your big end goes on that side there, your small end goes out on the eyelet side. I'll go ahead and get this thing all on, get it safety wired on, and kind of get everything back together and show you what it looks like when it's all back together. All right, just want to recap. So we got this all installed. I'll show you what it looks like on the car. It's kind of hard to see this, but there you go. It's still kind of hard to see it, right? There you go. So that's what it looks like all installed. Everything's buttoned back up and together. So again, what we went from was this rubber boot that was all tortoise shit. We went through, I don't know, countless numbers of these things. I mean, they work nice until they hit the track or something from the track hits them, and then they're junk. So hopefully this will work out a little bit better. It's a little bit more smaller profile, so hopefully it'll not catch as much stuff from the track or get caught by as much stuff. Again, it's the new hooker harness rack boot. Comes with a little instruction pamphlet on exactly how to install it. So we'll see. I guess the only concern that I have about this thing is being that it's so rigid, I wonder if it's going to try to rip off if something catches it at an angle. So we'll see how it rolls throughout the year. And like I said, we were running basically an old shock cover that we were wrapping around these rubber boots, and that definitely helped out. So we'll see how this thing